Following breaking news this morning, an officer shoots a man after getting attacked during a traffic stop. Our Cuthbert Langley live at the scene this morning. And Cuthbert, the car was pulled over. It was just a simple traffic stop, right?
It was, Amy. According to police, this minivan simply just had a headlight out, so the officer pulled the two over to try to talk with him about that. And that's when this fight broke out, and that eventually led to a gunshot being fired by a Metro officer. Let's take a look at the suspect at the center of all of this. This picture just into the newsroom. This is 30-year-old Billy Ray Cooper. He is a convicted felon, and we have just learned that he actually has active warrants out for his arrest right now in Wilson and Putnam counties for aggravated robbery and drug possession, just to name a few. Let's take a look at the scene from last night. This happened around 11 o'clock. What I'm being told is that an officer pulled over the suspect. And when they did, he was actually a passenger in that van. As the conversation went on, 30-year-old Billy Ray Cooper, as I said, started fighting with the officer Roy McElway, and the violence continued, even getting more serious when Cooper allegedly reached for McElway's chemical spray, his pepper spray, in his belt, and then fired that pepper spray at the officer and hit him in the face. That's when Metro Police say McElway had no choice but to pull out his own gun and shot the victim once in the torso for his own self-defense. But even that didn't stop the suspect. Police say another officer had to rush to the scene to bring Cooper down before he could finally be taken to Vanderbilt Medical Center for surgery, where he is in critical but stable condition. This is a look at the officer, Roy McElway. He has been on the force since 2011. He too had to be taken to a hospital, but he is okay this morning. But right now he is on paid administrative leave, which is protocol during these type of situations as the investigation continues. But Metro Police say McElway had no choice but to shoot the suspect, acting in his own defense. So we still have much to learn about this story. Turns out Cooper's wife actually was the driver of that minivan. She left the scene around 5:30 this morning. She's not facing any charges, but hopefully can shed more light as to why Cooper had a violent outburst early this morning. Reporting live here in Hermitage, I'm Cuthbert Langley, News Channel 5 HD.
Cuthbert, thank you. Drugs are being blamed for a deadly shooting near the Vanderbilt University campus. Police say Jawan Booker was found dead inside the Wesley Place parking garage on Scarrett Place just before midnight Saturday. We're told the 31-year-old was killed during a shootout with another man. Police say it appears to be drug-related. Investigators are now working to determine the gunman's identity. If you have any information, call police. Steve?
Weather time now. For many, the cleanup is beginning after the storm. Finally, the ice is starting to melt. But for residents in the Upper Cumberland Plateau, they are still in the danger zone.
I drove through and I cried because it looks like a war zone or a massive tornado had come through our town.
It's not a massive tornado. It's the weight of almost an inch plus of ice plus 40-mile-per-hour winds. It snapped power lines in half. Trees fell. And because of the conditions, power companies are struggling to fix the problems. As of the latest update we have, Cumberland has 20,000 people without power. Putnam County had about 1,000 people.
After seeing the destruction just in my town, I feel like it's going to be several days before everyone is restored out here.
She is probably right. We'll continue to follow the story. We'll have updates for you both on air and online, newschannel5.com. And Tennessee is still under a level 2 state of emergency. The number of deaths from last week's extremely low temperatures reaching now 22. 11 of the 22 were caused by hypothermia. In Hickman County, a 67-year-old dialysis patient died after being unable to get treatment. 3 people from Knox County died Thursday from smoke inhalation. They were using a wood stove to try to stay warm. 6 people have died in motor vehicle accidents, including a mom and a 10-year-old son in Williamson County who had stopped to help another motorist that had crashed.
And the freezing weather is causing some major pothole problems. Already this morning, rescue crews responded to a driver who got stranded after a pothole popped his tire. And that's been happening more and more since the streets thawed over the weekend. One driver we spoke with said some of those potholes are deeper than they look.
That pothole that I hit, it was real bad. I mean, it almost shook my car. I thought my windows was getting ready to break. It hit so hard.
And TDOT says it will be out again this morning repairing potholes on the interstates around Nashville. If you spot one, you can give the office a call, 350-4300. And it's something other than potholes causing a major concern in Cheatham County. Check out this giant crack has formed across the highway. It showed up on Friday on Highway 70 in Shacklet. TDOT officials and bridge inspectors have both looked at it. They say even though it looks scary, it's nothing to worry about. They say the crack was caused by expansion from ice, and the bridge is designed to withstand this type of movement without danger. If needed, though, sealer can be placed in that joint. Of course, many schools are closed again today. This is going to be the 6th day for some districts. Metro is out too, and if you're wondering why, just take a look at this video. While the roads, the main ones, may be clear, check out these back roads and neighborhoods. They're still frozen over. Now, this video is of East Woodlands Trail and Windy Pine Drive off Old Hickory Boulevard in southern Davidson County. It almost looks like a skating rink. Our photojournalist drove his SUV through this neighborhood, says the road had a lot of slush on it, but look at all the ice. And again, that's why those school buses just cannot make it on those roads. So school again out in Metro. And I know we're out and you guys are out.
Yeah, we're out as well.
Yeah.
Several counties are. And really the parking lots in some of these school systems, forget it.
Yeah.
You know, still skating rinks.
So be careful out there.
All right.